Hi friends, and welcome to another Sunday with Sarah. If you don't know me, I am Sarah Baldwin. I'm a Waldorf early childhood educator, an author, and now the owner of Bella Luna Toys. And I'm here to talk to you today about a subject that I've addressed in the past, but I always get excited when I read an article or discover new research that supports what Waldorf educators have been saying for 100 years now. Last year, 2019, was the 100th birthday of Waldorf education. Rudolph Steiner, the founder of Waldorf education, had a lot of theories that he put into his philosophy. We didn't have the research 100 years ago to support all of his theories, but as we have more and more research and studies become available and we can research the brain, I always find it exciting when modern research supports what Waldorf educators have been putting into practice for 100 years. And what I've talked to you about in the past is delaying a child's entrance into grade school, the year they begin formal academics in first grade. Now, traditionally in Europe and even here in the US, around the age of 6 was customary. But there's been a tendency in recent decades to push that younger and younger and start academic learning in kindergarten, which used to be all about play, by pushing academics earlier and earlier before a child is ready to do, their brains are ready to do that kind of learning. So recent studies from Stanford University are supporting the idea of waiting a year before sending a child to kindergarten. And their study from research that was done in Denmark showed that Danish kids who postponed kindergarten for up to a year showed dramatically higher levels of self-control. So even though your child might be very bright and ready to do academic learning at 5 or 6, there are different areas of their development that all have to catch up to one another. Physical development, their emotional and social development, as well as their brain and cognitive development. I've talked in the past, given the example of my own son, Will, when he was in kindergarten. He had a May birthday. In a Waldorf school, usually the cutoff to start first grade is June 1st. But being born in May, he could have started first grade the following year while he was in kindergarten. But I looked at him, and even though he was very bright and had taught himself to read and could certainly have done the academic work of first grade, I looked at him. For his size, he was very small physically, small for his age. Emotionally, he did not look like the other kids his age going on. He would have been the youngest in his class. So I had the choice of letting him go ahead according to the calendar, or letting him have another year of play in kindergarten and let him kind of catch up socially and emotionally. Now he's 24 years old, and I have no doubt that we did the right thing. But this same study from Stanford showed that delaying kindergarten for 1 year reduced inattention and hyperactivity by 73% for an average child at age 11. So this shows also that for kids who are diagnosed with ADD or have attention problems or just restless or sitting still in their seats, we know now that a child under the age of 7 needs to be moving. They are developing their brains by moving. They need to be outside playing, climbing trees, jumping over stones, using their bodies. What we know now is their brains are developing through all of that movement. And if you try to get a child, a 5 or 6 year old, to sit at a desk doing desk work when they've got all that energy to burn, we're not doing them a service at all. So you're going to get an increased number of diagnoses of hyperactivity and ADD when they're really just normal and young. And this article concludes with a hypothesis. Did attending school later allow kids more time to develop through unstructured play? Well, we Waldorf educators would say absolutely. Developmental psychology research emphasizes the importance of imaginative play in aiding children's emotional and intellectual self-regulation. And a quote from an educator, it says, "Children who delay their school starting age may have an extended exposure to such playful environments." So in counseling parents on first grade readiness and whether or not to send their kindergarten child on to first grade the following year, I always tell them, what's the end goal? So your child can graduate from high school a year earlier, from college a year earlier, and have one more year of work experience under their belt before they die. Whereas we have the opportunity to give a child an extra year of preschool or kindergarten, that magical year of play and imagination and engaging a child's imagination that can never be gained again. So if you're on the fence, if it's a choice of should we or shouldn't we, should we wait another year, I feel like giving that child the gift of an extra year of childhood, an extra year of imaginative play is a gift, and all the research now is showing that it's going to aid them socially and emotionally in school, and probably for the rest of their lives. So thanks for watching today. I will put a link to this article that I referenced below this video, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more Sunday with Sarah videos, be sure to subscribe to the Sunday with Sarah YouTube channel and click the little notification bell to be notified every time we publish a new video. As always, I really appreciate hearing from you. Leave a comment below the video, or you can email me at sundaywithsarah@bellalunatoys.com, and I love hearing your questions and answering them, and maybe I'll answer yours in a future video. See you next Sunday.